Well, we made it through the 4th of July holiday, and gosh, was it busy here in the Lakes area. We're in the big throes of Water Carnival right now here in the Lakes area. There's tons of stuff going on. It's an awful busy time. But unfortunately, it apparently has become such a busy time in Detroit Lakes that the busyness, accompanied with the loss of a couple positions at the Detroit Lakes Police Department, has resulted in the DLPD, for the first time since I've lived here in Detroit Lakes, suspending their unlocking car service when you lock your keys in your car. Now, this is something I've had to use before. Heck, I know a lot of people have. Almost every day, somebody somewhere here in Detroit Lakes has probably locked their keys in their car and has been grateful to the Detroit Lakes Police Department for coming out there and unlocking their car door for them. At least temporarily, we're being told no more. Now, I truly hope that this service gets restored. And I'm not going to lie to you. I know we're busy here in the Lakes area, and I know the DLPD's taken a hit with 2 people being out. They really haven't ever been able to replace Cal Keena's position when he retired and Tim Megabron took over as chief. That left a vacancy in the lower ranks of the police department, and another officer has now taken a position with another department, which resulted in the loss of another, obviously, officer working. But even with the increased number of people, even with the loss in the police department as far as the number of workers, I still find it hard to believe that the DLPD has to suspend the unlocking service completely. Not that it would be a top priority by any means. Be a non-emergency type call. Heck, you lock your car keys in, call the DLPD right now, maybe they tell you it'd be 3, 4, 5 hours before we can get to you. And if you decided at that point that it's not worth waiting, call your own locksmith. It's been an option we've always had, but it's an option where rarely has been used because we've had that service. On the back of those squad cars it says protect and serve, and really I truly feel that the unlocking service been provided by the DLPD is probably one of the most visual and most gratifying forms of service for the people here in Detroit Lakes. And DL is a rarity. Many police departments, the vast majority of them, do not offer such a service. I know I had a cousin in Litchfield a couple years ago that locked his car doors or locked his keys in his car, and of course they don't offer the service. I believe the city of Frazee still does around the area, but I frankly don't know of other police departments that do. So what do you do now if your keys get locked in your car? Well, they're going to refer you to 3 different services here in Detroit Lakes. When I called those different service stations to get an idea of how much it's going to cost, it can cost you anywhere from $25 in town to $40 plus mileage if you're outside of town. It's all going to depend on the time you lock your keys, how quickly you need them there, and where you are in proximity. The point is, the lovely free service that the city has offered, at least, is temporarily shut down. I truly hope they bring it back again, but it doesn't sound like it's going to come back until they can get some more officers. So I hope when they do, it does come back. Because truly, to protect and serve are the 2 things the DLPD does, and protection is number 1. But the little gestures like that in service and really saving someone's day or saving someone's afternoon when they've locked their keys in the car and made a stupid bonehead mistake, and sometimes the law enforcement officials saving us from ourselves, at least from my perspective, has been greatly appreciated, and I hope the service comes back quick and it does become a permanent thing. But to every officer that has unlocked a car door for somebody, and to the one that had to do it for me one time, thank you for the times you did it. Thank you to the times you were able to service in that way, and hopefully things will calm down. You can find a way to do it again, because it's one of those things I don't think people in town are going to realize how much they enjoyed it till it's gone.